Welcome to Mountain to Lake Realty Showcase here on Cable 12. I'm Bob Parcell.
And I'm Steve Furrow.
Thank you very much for watching in this hot summer season that we're in. We really appreciate what Cable 12 does and appreciate the viewers who watch our show. And if you have any questions, please call our office. We'd be glad to address them on a future show.
You bet. We'll be glad to answer any questions or attempt to answer any questions we get, Bob. We'd love for you to stop by our office there in Uptown Rocky Mount. We have someone there in the office from 8:30 to 5, Monday through Friday. We'd love for you to stop by there and visit with us. And if those hours don't work for you, then we'll be glad to just come to you when it's convenient. So just give us a call or, reach out to us in an email, whatever's easiest for you. We'll be glad to work with you if you're interested in buying or selling property.
Please visit our company website you see on the screen, mountaintolake.com, where, as Steve mentioned, we're very easy to get in contact with. You can search not only for the properties we have listed on mountaintolake.com, but you can also search the entire MLS on that site. So we hope you use that, bookmark it and use it frequently, and give us a call with any questions you may have.
Mm-hmm. So Bob, what's going on in the market today? Still low inventory?
Still low inventory. I think some buyers have a little concern about rising interest rates. That's a valid concern. Still historically low interest rates. But as we said on previous shows, I guess the only thing to consider is while interest rates may be rising, if rent, which we don't handle, seems to be very high as well.
Yeah.
So buyers are still out there looking on a regular basis. Things right now aren't selling as quickly. They're still selling very quickly. It used to be a few years ago, in my opinion, a lot of homes would be on the market for several months before they obtained a contract. And in my opinion, a few years ago, a home would need to be on the market for maybe a few months before you'd consider, a price change. I'm not sure that's the case anymore. So the good news for a seller is when we list your home, you're really able to test the waters immediately. It doesn't take a long period of time to see how it fits in with the market. There's still another thing that's a little bit different, Steve, that we talked about is multiple offers seem to be more common than they used to be. I'm not going to say that a majority of the properties have multiple offers, but it's close.
Yeah. And so with multiple offers, Bob, one of the things that maybe becomes common in that space where you have multiple offers is maybe escalation clauses be another thing people to talk about there.
That's right, Steve. That's true. We said this on the show before, but we'd be really more than happy to sit with any buyer and go over all the paperwork that's required to make an offer. So if you find yourself in a multiple offer situation, you can just concentrate on that home, what's a fair price, and everything else, disclosures, inspections, you know very well. But you're right, Steve, escalation clauses have come into play a lot. And what that means for both buyer and seller is, in general, if I'm going to buy Steve's house, let's pretend I'm going to offer him $200,000 for his home. I may have an escalation clause that says, I will match any offer up to, let's say $215,000 and beat it by $1,000. What that means is, until my offer is accepted by Steve, if another buyer makes an offer, let's pretend of $210,000, then I will match that offer by another $1,000. Of course, in that situation, that second offer has to be shown to prove there's another offer, what that seller would net. In other words, if an offer had closing cost assistance, then that net would be impacted by that. But basically, it's a way to say, I'm going to offer you X amount, and I'll pay you up to this amount if someone else comes in with a higher offer, up to a certain dollar amount that it could escalate to.
Sure.
And the good news is, and Betty's a big part of this, Steve and I don't need to dream up or write this language for an escalation clause. One of the advantages of working with the realtors and the local, state, and national association of realtors, we have a forms library, and a lot of these clauses are written out for us. So we're not trying to practice law in any way, but we're able to take advantage of all these forms that we have and use them. They're well thought out. They're constantly changed by associations like Betty's such a big part of. Sure. So that's a big advantage for us. So the good news is, if you ask us to discuss or go over an escalation clause, we have the language to use instead of Steve writing it one way and me writing it another, and both being wrong.
Yeah, and I'll you know, you guys, maybe you're like, well, you know, what difference does it make? You know, that's part of the reason you come to Bob, you come to Mountain to Lake Realty, is that from a professional standpoint, we're in the market every day and we understand what's going on. We understand what an escalation clause can do and if it fits for you. You know, you may be in a situation where you don't need to worry about an escalation clause based upon what we feel is the correct correct situation.
But I think if you're in a strong financial position, thinking you're in a multiple offer situation, owners are going to look very closely at your ability to pay and maybe work with you as a buyer first. You can't accept multiple offers because you can't sell it multiple times.
That's right. So, only once.
So if a buyer's in a really good financial position, it might be them to say, look, I'm going to pay you X amount, show a strong ability to pay and escalate up to this amount. And even though there might be another offer that comes in above yours, your ability to pay may make yours stand out, but you're not sticking your neck out going to that higher amount initially.
Yeah. No, and that's a good point, Bob. All I was trying to say is that from the standpoint of understanding the market and how to put yourself in the best position, the agents at Mountain to Lake, Bob, we can do that for you. We can go through and help understand the situation and help make recommendations. Maybe an escalation clause is the right thing for you.
Right.
Maybe that's what we need to do here. Maybe let's consider that, and we'll help you through that whole process if that feels like what's needed. But certainly,
yeah. And as you mentioned on another show, Steve, we'll be glad. And I said on this show, we'll be glad to meet with buyers to go over all the paperwork that's involved. We can talk to you about an escalation clause before you make an offer or see the property you want. So the point of all that is, in this market where things are selling quickly, hopefully by working with us, all this information that you need to decide on, you understand ahead of time, including the escalation clause. And so we get to that point, we're not talking about an escalation clause while you're going to make an offer in the next 5 minutes. You've talked about it.
That's right. That's right.
And I will pay you $200,000 for your house, by the way.
Let's.
And I'll escalate to 201.
As soon as we get done with the show, we'll get the paperwork drawn up. All right. Sounds good.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to jump in here to some houses. We really appreciate you, and we hope you'll enjoy these properties we've got to show you. Here's a brand new listing. It's a commercial listing, and in this first part of this show here today, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the commercial properties that we have to offer. Yes, we do sell residential. We do sell commercial. We'll be glad to visit with you if you're interested in selling either of those properties, and certainly if you're interested in buying. But here's a new property here on Old Franklin Turnpike. It is currently being used today as a car lot. Smith Auto Sales is the current business there, but you got to appreciate this location. Lots of road frontage there on Old Franklin Turnpike. You've got 1.5 acres, an acre and a half here. You see the building. I've got some pictures here that I'm going to show, but there's just lots of opportunity here. If you're interested in a business that's going to get a lot of traffic by your front door, this would be a great spot for you. You do see the garage there upstairs. You do have a two-door garage down underneath. It does have met wood on the inside, so there's no poles or no support beams. It is completely wide open there underneath, so that's always nice when you look at those standpoint. Again, I talked about all the road frontage, and when you're running a business, Bob, I think it's safe to say visibility is a big deal. You want to be able to get out in front of people, not only from a marketing standpoint, but just maybe the sheer ease of getting in and out and having that location for people to stop in. So, but tons of road frontage here on Old Franklin Turnpike. We step inside here to the building itself, and you have an office area along with a full bath here on your right. But lots of space. There's that bathroom that I mentioned there, but it does have a full bath. 613 feet of road frontage. But you do have the office area there on top, I have a back deck on the back side of the home, the property, and then of course the two-door garage on the upper level along with the two-door garage on the lower level. Bob, what you got here?
Well, just come a little bit west, I guess, of the property you mentioned, Steve, to another commercial property. This one's on the east side of Rocky Mount, near the intersection of Routes 40 and 122, headed toward the lake in two different directions. As I'm sure a lot of viewers will know, years and years ago, where the Lowe's, Walmart, all those businesses currently reside were residential properties. And certainly their highest and best use is trying to be commercial, as that area of Rocky Mount has been, I guess, transitioned from residential to commercial as people get off 220 and head towards the lake, or Union Hall and Pinhook down 40 and Bedford down 122. And this is certainly a great location. Like the property Steve just showed you, a very high traffic count, especially the intersection of two roads. It's zone GB. There are two houses on the property, all the potential, I guess, as rentals. But, you know, there's a credit union across the street. There's a Starbucks being built down the road that recently, our office recently sold that property. So the highest and best use, we think, is the fact it's zoned as GB. I'll be glad to give you more details. Show you these properties on Old Franklin Turnpike. The address is 1059. And again, it's near the intersections of Route 40 and 122, certainly a high traffic count area. See the long road frontage there leading into the beautiful town of Rocky Mount.
There you go.
Again, we'll be glad to give you more details for this property zone general business, just on the east side of, it was actually within the town limits.
So we're going to head downtown Rocky Mount now. Another commercial building here, 2,450 total square feet inside. Got 0.23 acres here, but this property here on Manor Street is a great location. It's located right behind the post office, if you will. Thinking about things downtown, this building, you're within walking distance to all the things that are happening there at the Harvester, the Farmers Market in downtown Rocky Mount. You got to get excited about the location here. We're going to step inside and give you a chance to see, you've got very high ceilings here, a one bath, you've got heating and cooling, very rustic feel here with the old floors that you see there, the timber flooring. You just got to appreciate that, and loads of opportunity here as we move along here on Manor Street. Here's another view of that inside. I mentioned it does have a bathroom already there. When you talk about the outside of the property, metal roof, metal siding, pretty maintenance free, or about as maintenance free as you're going to find anywhere here on Manor Street. You have 0.23 acres, so you do have opportunity for parking if their business needed that. Certainly be a great spot to hang out, and I'm sitting here thinking about maybe having a big old barbecue. Be a great spot to do that here.
You like barbecues, don't you?
I do, man. I'm sorry, I do. I do enjoy that. This is Manor Street, downtown Rocky Mount.
We'll continue with some commercial listings. This one on Old Franklin Turnpike, not far off from Cable 12. And as Steve mentioned on a previous commercial listing in Redwood, this one in Glade Hill has extensive road frontage that actually on two state roads, Old Franklin Turnpike, which is Route 40, and Ayers Road. There's a driveway to the right of this picture off Ayers Road. There's two separate entrances off Old Franklin Turnpike. Relatively flat lot, tons of parking, easy access in and out. Lots of potential to expand the building as well. It's a 3,600 square feet in this building. Basically, it's a big open floor plan. Not a lot of cost, in my opinion, to take down walls and do renovation. As you can see to the far right, there's a loading dock. And double doors there off the deck. Nice covered front porch, and has a seam metal roof put on in 2018. It's been used as a furniture store recently. High ceilings. Front part, roughly a quarter of it is set up as like an office or retail. The back is open. We'll show you through those double doors. There's the double doors leading out off the deck I mentioned earlier. As you can see, it's basically an open floor plan, high ceilings, plenty of ceiling fans. It's a gas furnace. And again, I don't want to keep going over and over on the same thing, but I think it's such a big deal when you have a commercial property. Oftentimes residential have easy access in and out. And certainly if you have a business, you want a lot of traffic. And I think the access off 2 state roads and the ample parking are a big asset to this property. Zone B2 on Old Franklin Turnpike in Glade Hill, another high traffic area leading to Union Hall and Pinhook at the lake.
So Bob, you talked about access, and here's another commercial property. I think this is going to be the last one we're going to share with you, commercial property anyway, the last commercial property we're going to share with you today. And this is on Virgil Goode Highway, 6.84 acres. You've got 680 feet of road frontage on Virgil Goode Highway. And then you have an additional road frontage on a link street. And I'll show you some pictures there in a minute, give you a little bit better view of that. But this building, everybody loves nice brick building. Talk about low maintenance from that standpoint. It's 41 feet wide and 80 feet long. So lots and lots of room here, guys, to do with what you would, well, whatever you think you could dream up, whatever your needs. Bob talked about the property there a minute earlier about it being open and the ability to kind of create what you need to inside. This building is very similar in that it's pretty wide open in here. You've got an opportunity again to partition it off and make a bunch of office space if you need that, or leave it wide open as a showroom. You got that opportunity as well here. We'll give you another shot. This is just an additional shot of the inside, but again, you can see the flexibility and the opportunity here to kind of create whatever you feel necessary. I've mentioned the long road frontage there. This location, you know, in my opinion, we're right across from Summit View Business Park. You know, Bob, I was in there yesterday. That is, I mean, it's in the View Park there was just a great visit. A lot of things going on, potentially happening there, and this property here is positioned perfectly to give you an opportunity if you own a business or thinking about starting a business. This would be a great spot to give it a shot there on that front. Give it a go. I mentioned there about that link street and having another view, but when you look at the building here, you've got road frontage along Virgil Goode Highway, and of course Link Street here is going to our right. So great opportunity. I just can't talk enough about it. 6.84 acres, so you know you can expand. You know, maybe you need lots of places to sell your widgets. You need to store your widgets. 6.84 acres would be plenty of room to do that.
Certainly a large tract in the area of the world, as you mentioned, across from the industrial park, and great location. Again, that's a lot of acreage. If you came to our office wanting to buy commercial property with almost 7 acres, it would be short tour, wouldn't it, Steve?
You bet. So you do have public water there. Of course, just loads of opportunity here on Virgil Goode Highway. So Bob, we're gonna maybe talk about a few land listings and then maybe talk about some houses. What do you think?
Sounds nice.
All right. This is a 1 acre lot on Standiford Road down in Union Hall. Great setting, really quiet area, if you will. Love to show it with you. You do have a stream bordering one side of this property here on Standiford Road with a Union Hall address. At Shady Acres Drive in Hardy, this is a 5 acre tract. When you think about location, maybe you're interested in having great access to the lake, but you're still commuting back and forth to Roanoke. This would be a great place to do that. Has a nice building site. This one does have a stream as well. Got the survey, so forth. A lot of the documents. Be glad to visit with you. Share those with you if you're interested. This is Shady Acres Drive in Hardy.
This will travel a little bit west of Rocky Mount towards Ferrum for this extensively updated home on Franklin Street. You certainly have one level living, 1,120 square feet, laundry, kitchen, bedrooms, and bath all on one floor. Also has an office, has a partial basement. It's well landscaped. Updates include siding, metal roof, heat pump, windows, and landscaping on the outside. Nice circular drive. We keep talking about parking. I think a circular drive is certainly a great way to get in and out, not have some fender benders.
I actually drove by this house yesterday, Bob. They've got it looking really good. The curb appeal is really nice here. You'll really appreciate. You pull up, you'll like the way this home looks from the outside.
I'm glad you stopped by, and I hope the inside pictures reveal how extensive work was done.
You bet.
But people like an open floor plan as opposed to walls separating the kitchen from the living room and the dining. You have that. Hopefully these pictures show you the extensive work that's been done with the LVP flooring, lighting. We'll get to the kitchen in a second with the granite countertops. So you come in that front door to a living room, good sized dining area, the patio off, double sliding doors to the right. There's another good view here looking back towards the kitchen. Built-in china cabinet, open floor plan. Property is located a little bit closer to Rocky Mount than Ferrum, but certainly in between the two in the Ferrum School District. Here you can see the updated kitchen with granite countertops, stainless steel appliances. This is a 3-bedroom, 1 full bath home. You can see the flooring, windows, paint throughout. Lots of closet space, certainly an updated bath.
Crisp and clean, Bob.
And then in addition to the 3 bedrooms, you also have this nice office area. It is close enough to be on Shintel cable, which is a big deal for certainly in this day and age with internet access. So I'll be the first one to say when you purchase a home, you're never done spending money. I had a house built one time. I thought I was done, but I had to buy curtains and landscaping. So you're not done, but this gives you a great head start with the roof and heat pump and appliances. You could compare this home to something, let's say $25,000 less, and need to do a lot of work to the other one to get it to this point. A lot of people rather finance at 25 at low interest rates over 30 years than pull it out of their pocket. But a little bit closer to Rocky Mount, but towards Ferrum for this home on Franklin Street.
So we're going to head back to the town of Rocky Mount. This is Center Street. It is in town limits, not far from anything. You're really close to the high school. You can certainly be to Walmart and Kroger, Food Line within minutes here at this location on Center Street. We've got a 4-bedroom and 2 full bath, a little over 2,600 total square feet here. Yes, we do have a full basement with this property. This is Center Street in Rocky Mount. It's on 0.35 acres. When you step inside, you get a chance to see these really nice, these refinished hardwood floors. There's throughout the living room, hallway, and the bedrooms. We've got fresh paint. We've got new fixtures. There's a lot of updates here that you are going to appreciate. The kitchen was completely redone 3 years ago. This gives you a shot of the living room. We're going to come around here to the kitchen. Again, I mentioned that was redone, completely updated 3 years ago. We've got the dining area here. Step in here. This large could be used as a master bedroom. You've got a nice stone fireplace there, as well as a bathroom. It's 4 bedrooms, 2 full baths. So this is bedroom number 2. Bedroom number 3. This would be the bathroom number 2. Bedroom number 4 here. Laundry is on the entry level. Certainly have a place for you to, if you're wanting to maybe create an office space or something on the entry level, this will be a place to do that. We can put those washer and dryer down on the lower level, but having it all on one level is kind of nice, Bob. So well, right now it's on the entry level. Step around. This is what I think is one of the great features of the house. A really nice back deck. You do have a nice backyard. Again, I mentioned, we talked about this here recently, but a great place to take in what's going on. Independence Day Festival was just here a few weeks ago. You won't have a better seat to take in those fireworks than right here off your back deck. I mentioned that 0.35 acres, but here's that yard. Great place to get out there and stretch your legs a little bit. Maybe let the cat or the dog do the same. You do have a storage unit here with the property on Center Street as well. Love to show you this property. Lots of great features, something we think you'll enjoy.
Next we'll travel to Pulaski for this home on Oak Lane. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, 1,404 square feet, built in 1999. It's located near the town of Pulaski Heritage Park. Door trail, easy access to Interstate 81. You should have one level living. Laundry is located just off the kitchen. Nice large master suite. It's a 3-bedroom, 2 full-bath home. There's the laundry right off the kitchen area. Does have a storage shed and a deck to take advantage of some views in Oak Lane in Pulaski.
So we're going to come back to Rocky Mount. This is Circle View Drive. If you're not familiar where Circle is, from Roanoke, you'd come 220 south, take the first Rocky Mount exit, then right on Franklin Street, right on Diamond Avenue, left on Highland Hills, and then left on the Circle View. But this is a 1,248 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2 full bath home. It sits on 0.46 acres. You do have public water, public sewer, Shentel cable. What else could you want there, Bob? We step inside, you get a chance to see the family room. You have a master bedroom. This is a split bedroom floor plan. So you have the master bedroom, bath on one side, the other 2 bedrooms on the other. This master bed, here's the master bath. This would be bedroom number 2. Bathroom number 2, bedroom number 3, laundry, all one level living here. Step outside on that 0.46 acres. You do have a little bit of room here to stretch out. This is on Circle View Drive with the Rocky Mount address.
Next we'll travel to East Church Street in Rocky Mount, not far from our office. Great combination of convenience being in the town limits and privacy with the extra lot behind it. Good views there over the roof of Bald Knob, and it backs up to a really nice large parcel in the town of Rocky Mount. So it's a very rural setting despite the fact it's in the town limits. Entry level features 1,800 square feet. It's a nice living room with a masonry fireplace and gas logs with the bamboo flooring. Good sized kitchen and breakfast area. And to take advantage of the views, the kitchen, the living room, and this family room all lead out and have sliding doors to a deck or patio to take advantage of that rural setting. Built-in bookshelves. Hopefully these pictures show you how private the home is. This is a 5-bedroom, 2-bath home. You can have one level living. There's a laundry and large bedroom and full bath on the entry level, as well as this office. There's an updated bath with a walk-in shower. In addition to the 1,800 square feet on the entry, there's 868 square feet on the upper level, including 4 more bedrooms and the second full bath. So you have a 5-bedroom, 2-bath home. Being shown this morning. Hopefully that'll produce an offer, but this is a great location, very private setting. Here's a nice view of the patio coming off the family room with the pool table, up the steps to the living room and kitchen. Paved drive, nice covered walkway into the front door. So I think we're about out of time for this week's show. Thank you very much for watching Mountain to Lake Realty Showcase. I'm Bob Parcell with Steve Furrow, and thanks for watching.